Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to multiply and divide fractions given a word problem. This first problem, there is 3/5 of a pizza left. 3/5. Matilda eats 3/4 of it. What fraction of the pizza is left? So 3/5, if we can imagine say this section here. So 3/5 is left and Matilda eats 3/4 of it. So we're going to be subtracting 3/4 of that 3/5. So we want to find out what is 3/4 of 3/5. To do that, 3/4 of 3/5, we are going to use multiplication. So in maths, of means times. So if I just change that to times, okay, and then on my calculator enter that. So 3/4 times 3/5, I get 9/20. Okay, so of that 3/5, 9/20 of that 3/5 gets eaten. What is left? So I've got 3/5 here, so we know that that's how much of the pizza was left, and what gets eaten is 9/20. 9/20. So Matilda eats 9/20. So I need to subtract 9/20 from 3/5 to work out what fraction of that 3/5 is left. So 3/5 minus 9/20 equals 3/20. So 3/20, which would be about, if we consider 1/5, 1/5 is the same as 4/20. So just thinking about it practically and considering the picture, so 1/5 is equal to 4/20. We know she eats 9/20, so it's about that part, which is 8/20, and then one more 20th from here. So she eats this part here. We know there was only 3/5 left, so what is left of the pizza is 3/20. So 3/20 of the pizza is left. This next problem, we have Nancy. She eats 1/3 of 4/9 of a tub of ice cream. What fraction of the tub does she eat? So if we've got a tub of ice cream, if we can imagine that there's like 4/9 left. So 4/9 left. She eats 1/3 of this part of that 4/9. So she eats 1/3 of 4/9. So what fraction of the tub does she eat? So she eats this amount here. So going to change that to times, and then just plug that into my calculator. Four 27ths. So 4/27 of the tub is eaten by Nancy. With these word problems, what you do need to try and come up with is the mathematical sum that describes the word problem. Okay, let's have a look at some recipes. A recipe requires 1 1/4 cups of flour. Daisy wants to make 6 batches of the recipe. How much flour does she use? So we know that one batch, okay, a recipe requires 1 1/4 cups. 1 1/4 cups. She wants to make 6 batches. So what we need to find out is 6 times 1 1/4. Okay, so this is what you need to come up with. So on my calculator, 6 times 1 1/4, so 1 ABC, 1 ABC button, 4. So you've just entered 1 1/4. Multiplying that by 6, I get 15 over 2, which is 15 halves cups. And if we change that into a mixed number, 2 into 15 goes 7 times, and there's 1 left over. So 7.5 cups of flour. Okay, more on recipes. A recipe requires 2 1/3 cups of rice flour. Keandra has 9 cups. How many batches can she make? So 2 1/3 cups of rice flour is needed for one batch. She has 9 cups. So how many of these portions are there in 9 cups? So what we're dealing with here is a division. So 9 cups divided by 2 1/3. So how many 2 1/3 portions are there in 9 cups? So we're doing a division. So straight to my calculator, 9 divided by 2 1/3. Okay, so you need to, when you've got a mixed number, you need to use the fraction button twice in between each of the digits. So 9 divided by 2 1/3 is 27 over 7, 27 sevenths. And if I change that to a mixed number, so Shift FD, I get 3 6 sevenths. So remember, we're looking at how many batches. So she can make 3 whole batches. So she doesn't have enough for a 4th batch. Okay, the last question. Sally needs 1 3/8 meters of ribbon to make a sash. If 22 meters is available, how many sashes can she make? So she has 22 meters. Each sash takes up 1 3/8 meters of ribbon. So again, we're doing a division. So 22 meters divided by 1 3/8. Okay, and that will give us the number of sashes she can make. Okay, so straight to the calculator, 22 divided by 1 3/8, 16, equals 16 sashes. So with word problems, you want to think about practically what is happening, and then you need to come up with a mathematical statement and then solve it.